What a coincidence. London Heathrow Airport was closed because of a huge fire in the nearby substation on the day of Aries Ingress chart 2025. Well, yes, we have Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde and a lot of interesting things. But more, how often you were going to face this impact? Well, it was so funny because of my sister due to fly back to Asia today, and what the news we received this morning is that your flight has been cancelled due to London Heathrow Airport has a big fire. Well, so you know how often it's going to happen to you and the near around you. And so I decide to make a podcast that look into this fire happening around the London Heathrow Airport. Okay, so stay with me. It's a lot of interesting things. Well, just before midnight of 21st of March, on the 20th of March, the day of the Aries Ingress and the March equinox, or for the North Hemisphere, we like to say spring equinox for North Hemisphere. On the day of it, a fire was occurred on the substation near London Heathrow Airport. Well, the airport closed on the 21st of March. Do you know this is the first time in 15 years London Heathrow Airport has been closed? The last time was on the 15th of April 2010. That was because the Icelandic volcano eruption. I was supposed to fly back to Taiwan too. Hey, what a coincidence. Okay, so let's see. First, how important London Heathrow Airport it is. Well, do you know, in 2024, London Heathrow was the busiest airport in Europe and the fourth busiest airport by the passenger traffic, and also second busiest airport in the world by the international passenger traffic. Well, also it's what should I say, the most international connection airport in the 2024. Well, London Heathrow Airport supposed to handling 1,051 flight on Friday, 21st of March, today, yes, but it's closed. And it's supposed to fly up to 291,000 passenger. One of them supposed to be my sister. Well, interesting, isn't it? Well, so let's look at the chart. I know we like the chart. So I know many people try to find out the exact time. My dear colleague Anna Crystallion, who very good on it, try to find the time. But at this moment, we know the fire bridge received code on the 11 p.m. 23 minutes. So when we look at this chart, we have Moon at the 13 Sagittarius opposite Jupiter, the planet really fly. Okay, opposite Jupiter at 14 degree Gemini. This is so interesting. And then we have Uranus at 24 degree Taurus, not far from descendant. Some people say maybe the fire start around, maybe 11, so the Uranus is right on descendant. It could be, you never know. And don't forget, okay, we have Saturn is not far from the IC2. So this is the chart when the fire bridge received the code of the substation get fired. So, okay, this is not a fire in London Heathrow. This is a fire near London Heathrow. Is at a substation, and this substation supply the power to the London Heathrow Airport. So, London Heathrow Airport didn't have enough power to run for today, and maybe it will close for next couple of days. Well, we never know. So it is very interesting. And let's talk about the history. London Heathrow Airport was opened on the March 25th, 1946. So let's look at the chart, okay? let's go to look chart. Here I got the noon chart for London Heathrow Airport. Quite interesting. If we use noon chart, we have Sun conjunct Mercury at 4 degree Aries. Mercury 5 degree Aries, and what a surprise! London Heathrow Airport has Mercury retrograde opposite Neptune. Oh my God. During that time, does any astrologer suggest the government don't choose this day to run your airport? Okay, it is very, very interesting. And we have the Uranus at 13 degree Gemini. Why is this important? Don't forget, we have something here. Okay, we have something here recently. Okay, but we also have a moon at 29 degree Sagittarius, last degree of Sagittarius. What if the airport open earlier, let's say, because I use noon chart. So 2 hours earlier will be 28 degree, okay? If like 8 o'clock will be 27 degree. So, but it is very interesting. Last degree for the noon chart, okay? We don't know what time the ceremony begins. I couldn't find out. But if you have information about the open ceremony of Heathrow Airport on the 25th of March, 1946, please let me know. I'll be really appreciated. Now, let's put charts together. So we have the London Heathrow Airport, and let me add on the chart of today. Okay, now have you seen something very interesting jump out? So the first, we know the Mercury retrograde and the Venus retrograde is right on Heathrow's sun, and Mercury retrograde, and so it's Mercury retrograde, and the opposite Heathrow's Neptune, and so this stimulates London Heathrow's Mercury Neptune opposition. Well, this is funny, but this is not the only thing we should plan. We know the Uranus is on the 13th degree, and then Jupiter is conjunct it. We know Heathrow is quite busy last year. Jupiter is around here, okay? Then, interestingly, we have Moon opposite this Uranus. Okay, we have Moon opposite this Uranus. And even more, have you noticed MC when the fire station received the phone call with a 15 Virgo? So here they form an interesting T-square toward to MC, all right, toward to MC. This is a very, very interesting. And accidentally, I know there is a fixed star nearby, okay? Commissar is one of the plow, one of the big dipper, and it's a fire quality, okay? It's a fire nature, means that it's a fire. Nearly all the fixed stars in the cloud has a Mars nature. So it is very interesting. But look at Mars. It is also, you couldn't make it up. It's London Heathrow's Mars return. So wow, I mean, I'm quite amused because I wasn't at the airport. I supposed to go to airport with my sister. Imagine if I have to get up early and go to airport and find out the airport was closed. That would be really devastating. And also, we are not in a hurry, and we can still, work on here. But it is just very funny. These things can happen in this way. Well, sounds like it is very easy if we blame everything to Mercury retrograde. But what kind of astrologer we are if we do this? Okay, so let's go to look at a few other charts. What else we should look? I suggest one more thing. Okay, do you remember I say this is the first time in the 15 years that London Heathrow has been closed. So when was last time? Last time, well, I was there because last time was the nearly all the airport in Europe and North America forced to close due to the Icelandic volcano eruption. I still remember that. That was a huge. That was a huge. So let me move chart to that. Here we have Heathrow Airport closed in 2010, and I have to record they closed around from the midday. That was the UK government decision closed around the midday, 12 o'clock BST. So what we noticed, what have we noticed? Well, there's nothing similar. Mercury wasn't retrograde, but the Mercury very close to Venus. Well, Mars in Leo. Interesting, this Mars was where Mars stationary last year, right? Well, Saturn at 29-degree Virgo, okay? But you definitely going to notice this planet and its position. That was when Uranus at 28-degree Pisces. Nearly all astrologer notice this point because this is where, if we add a chart, this is where we have the Neptune now. Okay? This is where we have Neptune now. And even more, you will remember one big star nearby, Scheat or Scheat. Scheat. Well, Scheat is in the constellation of Pegasus, aligned at 28-degree Pisces. Why Scheat is so famous? Well, because it was on the launch chart of Titanic. And according to Vivian Robson, great Vivian Robson, he says Scheat was a fixed star related to, drowning, murder, suicide, and a lot of unfortunate. And because it was on the launch chart of Titanic, it's always related to, drowning and so-called shipwreck, but also usually it causes some disruption on the traveling, not only the shipping, it's also aviation can be disrupted. Have you noticed last time was Uranus and this time was Neptune, and we have Sun conjunct Neptune. So for next couple of years, we always have Sun conjunct Neptune, and the Sun is aligned with Scheat on the Aries Ingress day. And this is quite important, isn't it? So this is very interesting to look into this chart. And we know that Heathrow has moon at 29-degree Aries. So this conjunction only a square Heathrow's moon. Doesn't matter how early Heathrow was open. Even it opened at 8 a.m. on the 25th of March, 1946. Moon will still be 28-degree or 27-degree, still trigger the square, the Scheat. So, unless we change an airport, if not, the Heathrow Airport will always bear this mark in the chart. Okay, now let's go back to a little bit fundamental of the astrology. We don't really just look at the transit timing, all right? We usually forecasting with the Aries Ingress, new moon, full moon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's look at Aries Ingress chart. Okay, this is Aries Ingress chart. It happened on yesterday, 20th of March, 9 a.m. I was in Stonehenge and I was bumping to Astrological Association's President Roy Gillette. And it was so funny to bump into him there. And I really, really feel like a quite interesting. But have you noticed the chart at 9 a.m. when the sun moved into Aries? We have Jupiter. We have Jupiter, the planet related to aviation, right on ascendant. Well, kind of opposite the moon. We know later when the moon opposite was the fire on the substation and caused the London Heathrow to close. Okay, this is very interesting, isn't it? Well, Jupiter is the ruler planet of the descendant and I think and the 11th house. Okay, and the 11th house. All right, and then we have a Mercury at 7 degrees. Now we know this is the moment. We just see the Mercury was opposite London Heathrow Airport's Neptune. So that was very interesting. Could we see anything, any other hint? Well, usually eclipse, new moon, full moon. But, we just have a lunar eclipse before on the 14th of March. On the 14th of March, we have the lunar eclipse and the full moon at Virgo, 23-degree Virgo. And the moon, the Venus and the Mercury was conjunct at ascendant, okay, at ascendant. Pretty interesting. And we know this degree, okay, is opposite Heathrow's Neptune. We can put chart together. Let me put them together, okay? The Heathrow noon chart. So it was just, pretty interesting. We have Venus at 7 degrees and Mercury at 9 degrees, conjunct Mercury opposite Neptune, okay? And anything else? Well, Mars, because Mars just come back to, direction, so move very slow, is on Heathrow's Saturn and the Mars. Or as we say, Heathrow just has a Mars return recently, okay? Pretty interesting. Jupiter the same. So we probably just focus on, we probably just focus on the inner planet and the moon. Well, moon is square. Moon is square. Heathrow's moon too. Okay, this is pretty interesting. So it formed a T square, which is Sun, Saturn, Heathrow's moon, and then the moon on the lunar eclipse. This is pretty interesting. Now, let's look also we have solar eclipse, but solar eclipse was quite close after. So I suggest to look at the new moon on the 28th, okay? New moon on the 28th of February is related to this time. So we have some moon at a 9-degree Pisces. Okay, what a surprise. We have Uranus on descendant. All right, we have Uranus on descendant. Well, don't be surprised with anything shocking, surprising, and a fire in the substation with electric, and a sudden change. So this is pretty interesting, all right? This is pretty interesting. And then, if we put it together with the Heathrow Airport, let's see. If we put together with Heathrow Airport and let's see, yes, we have, I think the Neptune was on the nearly descent on the MC. Well, Mars still here. So, okay, Mars still here. And where is the moon? Moon is a new moon. So 9 degrees. What's to do? 9 degrees square Uranus. Well, again, it's quite interesting. All right, it's quite interesting. Well, now, here we are. So it is very interesting. But apart from this chart, I think usually it's quite interesting to look at the Astro Map, right? Well, if you are into Astro Map, I have a good news for you, okay? This year, I decided to have the Astro Map workshop in April and May. So on the 26th of April, Saturday, and on the Saturday, 3rd of May, I have 2 workshops of Astro Map workshop. On the first 26th of April, I will have the Astro Map Workshop 1. This one we are going to study astrocartography together, okay? And I will use the very simple way to make you understand how Astro Map work, how astrocartography work, and what does that mean, okay? You need a little bit basic knowledge of astrology. I mean, you have to understand the star sign, house, and the planet, and how to draw a chart, okay? If you come here and you don't know anything about astrology, don't blame me and don't say, I don't understand anything you say. I couldn't help you, all right? Okay. On the 3rd of May, Saturday, 4 p.m. EST, I will have part 2 of this Astro Map workshop. We will work on local space chart. I'm going to show you the local space later. And if you're interested, come to join me. And more important, these two workshops are donation-based. So you have to enroll by donate to Academy of Astrology. Okay, so each one, if you want to enroll the Astrocartography workshop, you have to enroll once and the donation one, make one donation, and then you have make another donation. I'm sorry, yeah, make another donation for the local space workshop if you want to participate both of them. All right, let's go to look the Astro Map and what they tell us. You will be fascinated by it. All right, so let me turn on the Astro mapping here. Here we are. So, well, the first is you see the Google map. Okay, I'm telling you where the fire. Okay, this is London Heathrow Airport. This is London Heathrow Airport. So the power substation is here, North Hyde electric substation. So here is a little bit, let's say northeast of the London Heathrow Airport. All right. So now, I mean, if you want to use the Astro Map, especially local space, I'm showing the local space. It was so interesting, especially you use astro.com because they can go to detail of the map. Okay, so let me go to the chart map about the let's say okay, let's start with Aries Ingress chart. Okay, so here we have Aries Ingress chart in London. And if we keep enlarge it, it's from central London, calculating from central London, there's no problem, all right? Well, nothing to do with Heathrow Airport. Fine, nothing to do with Heathrow Airport. But how about we move the center to Heathrow Airport? That would be fun, isn't it? Let's move here and keep enlarge. Keep it enlarge. Have you seen the Mars line? The Mars line go to the northeast near the substation. Oh, sorry, the advertising. Well, okay. Now let's look another chart. Yes, let's look at the lunar eclipse. Well, this is the 14th of March. All right, 14th of March from London. Okay, let's continue enlarge it. The map. Then you will find out, well, interestingly, this chart, if we based on London, you have Mercury and the Venus. You know, we both know they are either stationary or retrograde during that time, past Heathrow Airport. Okay, past the Heathrow Airport. Pretty interesting. But what are we going to do? You know what? I'm going to move center to Heathrow Airport. Okay, if we move center to Heathrow Airport, what we will find out? Interestingly, we have Jupiter and the Uranus line. Jupiter and the Uranus line go to northeast. All right, this is how local space chart work. You base on the center of the place. Okay, now let's look at the February new moon. Let's go to look at February new moon. Okay, again, we make center of London, and then we make a map bigger until we can see London Heathrow Airport. Here we are. We have London Heathrow Airport here now. Mars line. You got to be kidding me. Have you noticed that? Have you seen Mars line on the new moon of 28th of February pass to London Heathrow Airport from central London? All right. And then if I move the center to the Heathrow Airport and then move a little bit and make it a little bit bigger, then we have sun moon move to northeast. All right, we have sun moon move to northeast where the power station. Okay, where the power station is. So it is very, very interesting. I mean, well, if you don't know how to do it, because I just realized I forget one chart. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the chart of the incident. Okay, I'm going to create a chart of the incident. So that was, to be honest, I can also use the London Heathrow Airport open chart. But the problem is we don't know what time it's open. So I'm going to use this. Okay. Well, one thing here, because you have to give male or female. You cannot give event or other. Well, what century you are, Astro.com? All right, that's supposed to be a female. I always put female in, okay? If you don't give them, they are not going to make a map for you. That's the problem. Okay, so 20th of March, 2025. And we say the receiver, the receiver instant is 2323. Okay, that's let me put London. Let me put London first. All right. Let me put London. Here we are, and I will move to Heathrow later. Okay, let's see. So we see the chart. Yeah, I think you will see quite interesting. Quite interesting. Let me make a map a little bit bigger and a bigger and a bigger and a bigger and a bigger. Again, you gotta be kidding me. Have you seen from London, the Mars line was passed to Heathrow Airport during the fire. Now, let's move center to Heathrow Airport. Well, not really. We couldn't see anything, isn't it? Okay, it's quite interesting because there's nothing around the lizard. But quite interesting. Have you seen? If you use central London, the Mars line goes to the Heathrow Airport. Well, this is a little bit interesting podcast. I really feel sorry if you are like my sister has been, have received the impact of the close of the London Heathrow Airport during this time. We got Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, and then if you understand Heathrow Airport chart, you will notice that 28-degree Pisces is so sensitive for them, and and also the fixed star Scheat is always cause a disruption of the shipping, of the traveling, of the even the aviation traveling, right? So also we see how magical these astrocartography and the local space map works. So again, let me do the advertising. If you are interested on the how the Astro Map, astrocartography, and the local space map work, well, please come to join me on the 26th of April, Saturday afternoon, and also 3rd of May, Saturday afternoon, for the astrocartography workshop and the local space workshop. They are both donation-based. Well, how much donation? Depend on you, If you have a lot of money, give a little bit more for help other people. If you just a student, well, give a £1, £2, £3, £3 or £5. I don't mind. I just want to see. And if that works, I'm quite happy to run my, future webinar like this. But if everyone just give £1, I'm probably not going to do it in the future. All right. All right. So thank you for watching this special podcast. And I wish everyone have a happy weekend. See you. Bye-bye.